Today I'm going to talk about Saturn and Neptune in Synastry. I've encountered it, but it all depends on which houses both Neptune and Saturn fall into and which Saturn and Neptune fall into each other's charts. I've also seen Saturn and Neptune and other people and watched their charts. So, I mean, it can all go one way or another, and it depends if your Saturn's in fall or if your Saturn is debilitated or if your Saturn is actually in a sign it likes. I mean, it all depends on that, the house that it sits in, the house lord, how it's expressed. That are all factors in the Saturn-Neptune relationship. But on average, though, the Saturn person wants to keep boundaries, and the Neptune person is all dreamy and love, and they're just totally obsessed about the Saturn person. But the Saturn person is kind of cold and oppressed and kind of restrictive, because that's what Saturn does. Saturn is Father Time, and he holds the key to time, where Neptune is free flowing. Neptune can be obsessive. Saturn can be obsessive too. It just all depends on how it's expressed. But usually the Saturn person is adored by the Neptune person, and the Saturn person keeps his distance, and the Neptune person tries harder and harder and harder to get after him. And then after a while, the Neptune person seems to lose interest because the Saturn person keeps his distance. And I have seen instances where the Saturn person chased and the Neptune person was distant, and it went the opposite way. Usually Saturn-Neptune relationships are old karmic, leftover from past lives. And it's something that you have to fulfill to continue on your journey. These karmic relationships, maybe you were married in another, lifetime. Maybe you were kin to each other in another lifetime, and you have to fulfill these relationships before you can pass on to your next incarnation. Saturn relationships, it all depends on the two people and the rest of the charts if it's going to work or not. Some Saturn-Neptune relationships, it's like an obsessive love story. They stay together. And then there's some, Saturn-Neptune relationships that don't last. It all depends. I mean, there's duality and everything. This is my Saturn-Neptune relationship. If you would please like, share, and subscribe. I'll be having more aspects, more planets, more esoteric astrology. I'll be offering courses soon. Please stay tuned. Please like, share, and subscribe.